And that's right. On Saturday morning, Kanisha Brown-Spivey tells me she went to work as usual, but what she saw inside, she says, was unexpected and alarming. We do want to warn you, some might find the image disturbing. Kanisha Brown-Spivey says she showed up for work at Chipotle on South Commons Drive in the Surfside area and saw a skeleton hanging from its neck inside the restaurant.
As a black woman walking into a building and you see something hanging from the roof, the first thing your mind goes back to is slavery. And the fact that it's still happening today in 2026, people are still being hung, and it's supposed to be taken as a joke. It's not funny.
Brown-Spivey says she faults the worker who hung it, also management for not taking accountability.
And all I got was a text message, "Are you done?" That's all I got. No, "Are you okay? What happened? Do you want to talk about it?"
We reached out to Chipotle's corporate office asking about this incident. We received a statement saying, in part, quote, "The employees involved said that there was no racial motivation or intent behind the display referenced in the social media post," adding, "We understand how it may have been perceived, and we take these concerns very seriously." Tiffany Andrews, the president of the Myrtle Beach branch of NAACP, says this type of behavior is not okay.
At some point in time, enough is enough.
I've had enough. So let me get this right. A skeleton, the one thing that every human being, regardless of what race you are, has now been labeled to be racist. And you've got the NAACP having the nerve to step in for that? It's not like you walked in the store and the skeleton had an actual noose on its neck. It's being hung by ropes on the shoulders. And quite honestly, it's giving the impression that somebody hung the skeleton up in the Chipotle shirt because they want Chipotle to know that y'all be working them to death. Like, at some point, this just stops being about real issues. It starts looking like a desperate search for something, anything to be offended by. A skeleton doesn't have a race, it doesn't have a background, it doesn't have culture or any political affiliation. It is literally the most neutral thing you could hang in any store. If that's now considered racism, then the world has completely lost its mind. And how do you walk in a store and see a skeleton hanging and the first thing your mind takes you to is slavery, something you never physically fucking experienced ever? See, and people like this are the problem with why the word racism is losing its meaning. It's losing its value. They're the reason why when real racism is happening around the world, people are desensitized to it because you guys scream everything is fucking racist to the point where now people are just like, okay, just another one crying wolf. Just another one trying to play in the victim Olympics. So people don't take this shit serious no more. There are real cases of discrimination that deserve attention, energy, and advocacy, especially from the NAACP, but this just isn't one of them. And it's like a fucking joke to see that this shit was publicized all over the fucking news. And Chipotle had to go out their way to make statements and employees had to apologize for a fucking skeleton. Like, dragging a major organization like the NAACP into this clown show does not help shit. This makes serious civil rights concerns look like a joke. Like, seriously, not everything is an attack. Sometimes a skeleton is just a skeleton. I mean, golly, I would hate to see how she feels on Halloween. Does she even leave the house on Halloween? Because she might just fucking pass out from being so triggered. Skeletons are hung everywhere on Halloween. Like, this kind of behavior, this kind of reach for attention should not be supported. It should not be condoned. Y'all cannot be serious if you're trying to take this small ass situation and turn it into something that has to do with racism. It's like an extreme slap to the face for people who are actually experiencing discrimination and racism in this country. And then you have corporations like the NAACP or Black Lives Matter that don't show up for these people. Those cases go unheard and unpublished and nobody gives a fuck. So let's please focus on the real issues in this country and not focus on somebody seeking attention over a fucking skeleton. Show up for the people who actually need this and deserve it, not the ones seeking to get a quick fucking come up or be an attention whore.